Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the CBR600RR refresh. On the last video we took out the old janky chain, pulled the wheels, put some fresh tires on, dropped on a new front and rear sprocket, and threw on a nice new gold chain. I'm going to focus on the brakes here. I got rebuild kits for the front and rear calipers as well as the master cylinders front and rear. So we're going to start off by draining out all of that old disgusting fluid. That was tight. Oh no, is that brake seized up? Oh, I think the rear... master is all frozen up. Looks like we're going to end up pulling off the whole rear brake assembly here. Get this passenger peg out of the way so I can get to the bolt here for the reservoir. Pretty old looking. Is there enough to get it off? I don't think so. We gotta take the wheel off, I think. Ah, man, it's so close. That would have been way easier just to take the wheel off. Wheel's gotta come off anyway, but I was trying to save that for later. Now we've got our rear brake on the bench. That is some pretty gross fluid, for sure. Yeah, I guess these are probably pretty well stained, unfortunately. I can't even get this piston to push in and out. I was emptying out the last of the lines and this just chunky brake fluid came out. It's really gross. Yum. That is super gross in there.
Yeah.
It's like...
Just straight sludge.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, it's all gelled up. Oh, there's a lot of it too. So I can break this thing off. I expected this screw to just like snap immediately. It's so tiny. Yep. Come on.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. This is like wax.
It legit looks like your wax, dude.
That's gross. That is so gross. Oh man. Yep, that's pretty gross.
Question is that enough to like keep it from pulling fluid through?
I wonder what the inner... Oh. Gross. Alright, well, that's clear.
I should probably wear a respirator, but I can't afford one.
Oh, yeah. Right to the eye. Bam! I've done that so many times. Like, oh, yeah.
That's why whenever you post a video, you're like, oh, safety squints. Like,
Yeah, get your safety
so
squints.
serious.
Whoops.
But, it's like, I want to buy this guy some safety glasses.
This thing is like...
Lodged in there.
It looks like it's been dry for... ever? Oh, that's silver, not black. Oh.
So that's the cup
Yeah, I think
that
so.
we didn't see?
Yeah, I didn't see. Man, that thing is not moving. These are locked. Well, this one was locked up. So it must have been...
It's just all that stuff caked in there.
Yeah, oh yeah, the seal is just completely dry on the top too.
Yeah.
Took some persuasion. I cleaned up this push rod a little bit and then I broke the connection here free from the Heim joint, and it's pretty nice and corroded, so let's clean that up too. Got this all cleaned up here. Just use the cleaning wheel on my grinder. Now I think we can start replacing everything. Starting with this little O-ring here. Gonna give everything a little dip in some fresh brake fluid. Just lubricate up everything. Got the O-ring there. Then this slides onto the master. There we go. Got a little screw back in there. We've got a new spring that came with the All Balls kit here, as well as the little head for it. Now we need to take this O-ring off of our old master piston here. Ooh, that's crusty. Let me get that away from our new stuff. Just take a note of the orientation here. The cone was facing the top part of the piston. Oh, I got it. We got it. Yes. Great success. It only took like 40 attempts. Awesome. There we go. Got the boot on the little nut here. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Bam. So, let's see if I remember how this goes back together. This screws on here. This guy goes on the top. And this bolts into here. We'll adjust that once it's on the bike. Now I need to get the circlip in here. Got circlip on there. Cool. This seems like a bit of a delicate procedure here because keeping the cup on the spring is a little difficult. But if we can get that into our master here. Okay. So I've got that in. I need to push it down. We need to make sure that that is inside the spring. Yep, that looks good. Then we get our master piston, and that goes in. Wow, that is already so much better than what it was before. And from there, now we get our new circlip seated, which is going to be fun. If I manage to get this on camera, I will be shocked, just because of the amount of stuff that's going on. We need to compress the C-clip here. And get that seated. It's at least in there. Use our pick to work it down. Oh, no, it's too high. Oh, it's close, actually. Can we leverage it in? Probably not going to be able to see this at all on camera. Got our C-clip wedge down in there. Now I'm just going to go grab a screwdriver and make sure it's actually seated in the little lip. We should hear it snap into place. There we go. So that clicked into the little groove that's in there. Just to make sure it's in there, kind of roll it around. Yep. So I can spin the circlip, which tells me it's in there and seated. Perfect. So we can roll our little boot down here. Get that into position. And then we can run this nut down a bit. This is much better than it was previously. All right, now we've got the rear caliper, and it is quite dirty, so we're just gonna pop that piston out. There we go. Gave the piston a nice little cleanup. There wasn't as much on the rear as there was the front. I'm guessing it wasn't really used all that much. Let's dig the seals out. There's our dust seal. And the big seal. Also gonna pop this boot out. We have a new one. I think if we pull, there we go. Get that out of here. And last but not least, pull the bleeder off. And we can pull a little cover off the bleeder. While we're here, get that bleeder back on there. And time for some seals. All right, got the big one in. Time for the dust seal. Dust seal is in. Get the piston nice and lubed up with some brake fluid, and we'll get that installed as well. There we go. Get our cup squeezed through here. There we go. I think we can get our little shim set back in there. And now I'm going to clean up all this brake fluid. All right, we're going to load up some caliper grease into these cups. There we go. So, tiny screwdriver helps really get it in there. This will help the caliper slide and not bind up and rub on your rotor, robbing you of speed and wearing out your stuff. So this goes in here. Now this guy in here. Make sure you wipe up any excess that comes out. Don't want that getting on your brake pads. It's no good. Just a tiny amount escaped. This is looking good up here. Now let's get those pads in. Nice. The rear brake reservoir finally came in, so we can swap this guy out. Alright, now we can bleed that. Well, we got the brakes bled. There we go. And our cap. Rebuild kit came with new screws, which is sick. And with that, I got the rear brake system all refreshed. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garage, and I'll see you on the next one.